Moving on to leg number 2, which is race number 5, is the second leg of the triple trio. Class 4 again, but 1,200 metres the trip this time round. Headed by Precious Sweetie, runner-up last time out behind All Wong Choi. Jolly Converter's down in class. He's a 3-time course and distance winner. Cheek Pieces go back on. King's Trooper, last start course and distance winner, as was Aurora Pegasus as an odds-on beating the Abraxas Bright Kid. Behind Hardly Swears last time out, he finished 4th. Dr. Respect first up since July. The Abraxas I mentioned behind Aurora Pegasus last time out, and Galaxy Racer. 4 starts, still a maiden. Tries Happy Valley for the first time. Jack Wong taking some extra weight off as well. Aurora Pegasus and Happy Win-Win are the horses that have been up at Chung Fung.
All right, good tempo expected here with the Abraxas to roll to the lead. Aurora Pegasus probably to try and get forward. Dr. Respect from Barrier 7, Blake Shin riding for John Size, can probably race handy. King's Trooper should get an ideal run on the back of the Abraxas, according to the speed mapper. Maybe top score in behind him with the Bright Kid 1 out and 2 back. If it settles that way, should give them all their chance, and even Precious Sweetie, a strong closer, might get his chance late too.
He's going well, Precious Sweetie. You can see him running away here from his partner horse here, which is Fortune. But look, it was a nice piece of work from him. I think he's going well and he's in good form at the moment. King's Trooper was very impressive at his last start. He always threatened to do it, and he has done it. Ricky Yu, Barrier 2. You can see the holdies under 2. The horse just running away from his partner horse as well. So both those 2 horses are working really well. I'm sure they're in a lot of people's, will be in a lot of people's numbers. Dr. Respect, the next one. Now he's been up and work here for a little while. His work here wasn't too bad, and he goes nicely. So
all right, that's
nice from him.
Dr. Respects for John Size. Blake Shin all right though. Joe will ride King's Trooper the favourite, and here he is. He'd, as Paul said, threatened this. He actually started favourite on debut. Was disappointed. He's clearly had some issues, but everything fell into place here.
You just see when they cornered, it did take a little time for him to balance up and actually start to really extend. Rail was in the A position on that occasion as well. It's just the last sort of 50 that he really starts to pull away. He's going to follow through, you would think, the Abraxas. He's drawn 1, King's Trooper's in 2. If there's a little bit more sort of congestion when they corner in, he might have to shoulder out, and that might just sort of potentially halt that little bit of acceleration that he takes a bit of time to get into. I'm suggesting he'll go close, but there is a chance.
Like
I'm going to tip against him to win, only for that reason.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from, because he has been disappointing some of those other starts. I'm going to go with the theory the penny's dropped, and we'll see what he can do. But he's quite a big horse, so I don't know if Happy Valley is going to be his long-term future. I think he'd probably be better at Shards-Inn eventually.
All right,
I've got him on top now.
Yeah, I think he's probably better than Class 4 as well. We will find out in due course. So it's a good race, though, including top score. Let's hear from jockey Vincent Ho.
I ran very well with heavy weight. He still managed to run well, and this time good draw. Hopefully can get him a little bit handier. We'll see how the pace is. If he uses his natural speed and he can be a bit closer, then it will be good. Don't have to chase too much in the straight, but yeah, for sure he'll have a really good turn of foot, as he always does. So hopefully he'll be close this time. Yeah.
And you come to the Valley on Wednesday night after a bit of a suspension. You went to California recently, and I believe went to the Monty Roberts School there. Just tell us about that experience.
It's like psychology sort of stuff, and building trust with horses, learn behaviors with them. So yeah, it's a good experience to be there. Although horses, they're different breed there. We use some Mustang and that, but they're still horses and they're still animals, and we sort of treat them similarly, psychology side. Yeah.
All right, he's having a good season already. Could get even better now with his moving on to the psychology of the horse as well, Vincent. We'll keep trying to find the winners and the place getters here, though, with Precious Sweetie, who's a good run. First up behind All Wong Choi, came out and ran well again last week.
He did, yeah. He's got a good turn of acceleration, and he's a sizable galloper who can carry weight. And I think, in time he can get into Class 3. He's on the verge of it now. They had the option to go to the bottom of 3. if they wished. They've decided to stay at the top of 4, which suggests to me if they're happy to carry a big weight, they'd be fairly confident.
Yeah, just remember that turn of foot when he beat the Little Wise Man last season. Remember, he just went whooshka. So he's definitely got that. Barrow 9 is the only thing that looks a bit awkward. He's a massive price at the moment, but I don't think that'll stay.
Yeah, he's ruled off at 22.3. He came from near last at Shartin one day and ran a place too.
Yeah. All right, there's plenty of others we could give chances to and look at their previous runs, but we'll go with Bright Kid here behind Hardly Swears last time out.
Yeah, well, Douglas White has had him now for 3 starts. The Hardly Swears form is reading well. He ran a bottler first up behind Carrying Master down the straight 1,000. Little flat second up after a torrid trip, and then again ran well here. So he's a definite inclusion, I would have thought, for your exotics again. And from the barrier, he should get a nice run in the race.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he'd be 4th up too, so he's a pretty fit horse going to this.
Yeah, and that was Travel Day Took, of course, finishing second. He could pay him a compliment as well. Is King's Trooper those a favourite, Paul?
Yeah, I've got him on top, King's Trooper, because I did like his last win. Precious Sweetie in there for second. The Abraxas, I put him in there. He's got the right weight, and I think he can go to the front and be tough to run down the Abraxas from Barrier 1. And Dr. Respect, we'll give him a chance. I haven't minded his work up at leading into this race as well. So 4-1, 11 and 9.
I'm going to go with Top Score, the horse that Vincent Ho is riding. I thought he ran particularly well last start. He can probably sit in behind, and I think from the 4 gate he'll be in the one-off line. When they corner for home, he can get a clear run down the middle part of the track unimpeded, fingers crossed, and potentially get over King's Trooper, Aurora Pegasus and Bright Kid. 3, 4, 5, 7. The 1 obviously has to be included in your TT, Precious Sweetie.
Yep, I got the same cue, just the other way around, Brett. King's Trooper to beat Top Score. But there's a stack of nice horses in there, but ultimately I think King's Trooper might be better, a bit better than Class 4. All right, 5 races down. We move on to race number 6 next and go up a class as well. Class 3 for the next.